I gotta tell you guys this story. So in my secondary school, right, we had this building which was only for English classes, right? That building was the first building that started the school back in like 1900s or whatever. It was basically like a sent away school where you would send your kids and they would go there and they would sleep in the thing in the rooms, right, or whatever, and they would have classes. What's it called? Boarding school? Yeah, boarding school. And my teacher, this guy, right? Imagine you're like 12 years old, and this teacher is like, "Oh yeah, so by the way, this used to be a boarding school, and one of the girls got pregnant, and then she gave birth to the kid, but then she killed it and she buried it in one of the chimneys, which is in this class." And then it's like, "Yeah, you can always like when I stay after hours in this building, you can sometimes hear just ghosts running in the corridor." I was like, "Bro, why would you tell that to like bunch of 12-year-olds, dude? Like, what is wrong with you?" Companies, as in the buildings, are haunted, or the people? I don't get it.
Stories about something that has no explanation. By the looks of it, it seems like the ghosts.
And are they actually talking that there's ghosts there?
Mostly stick with the wavy members. In April of 2021, NCT's Mark and
Okay.
Do-young held a celebratory Instagram live that was later joined by 10. In between the conversation, Yang and Xiaojun interrupted 10.
Chad, there's
to tell them
actually
that they
ghosts
think
there.
There might be a ghost in their room. 10 didn't seem fazed by it, so he said that if there was a ghost, it's okay because that ghost is good and harmless. Later, Xiaojun
Like, yeah, yo, that's my bro. I don't know what we're talking about.
started his own
My
Instagram
friend.
live where he explained that he believes their
We're just
dorm
chilling,
is
it's
seriously
alright.
haunted
It's all
and
good.
that he was scared. Yang briefly joined him to agree with him. The reason why Xiaojun believes
a
their
cute
dorm
cat.
is haunted is
Oh,
because
they got more cats.
of his puppy Bella. He shared a story of how she barked very loudly and was staring at nothing. Xiaojun later added that Bella peed throughout the whole dorm several times in one day.
Whoa! Before you continue, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe. Only about 1% of the people watching these videos are subscribed. Also, check out my Twitch and Discord down in the description.
Shiny once encountered the entity that
Heyo.
haunts the corridors of SM Entertainment as well. In particular, it was Onyu who had the pleasure of meeting the ghost. During a radio show, Onyu shared a story of how he and Minho once went home to the dorms to take a quick shower. It was after Onyu was done showering that he realized he forgot to bring his towel with him, so he asked Minho to bring him one. Then Onyu saw someone leaving another room, and so he thought that it was Minho. He thought it was strange because even though he called out to Minho to bring him a towel, he didn't
Bro,
come,
that's actually
so he called out to
kinda
him
scary.
again in hopes Minho would hear him this time. After that, Onyu saw someone walk through the kitchen and the living room all the way to the laundry room. This made perfect sense to Onyu since there was obviously no towel in the living room, so
Do you guys
Minho
have
would
any
to get
ghost
it
stories? I don't really have any ghost stories.
from their laundry. Minho eventually handed him the towel, only for Onyu to realize that Minho had been in his room this whole time. This understandably freaked Onyu out because the whole time he thought it was Minho who he saw walking around. Onyu revealed that Minho was showering at the same time as him.
Dude, that's a friendly ghost. He gave him the freaking towel.
So there was no way he was the one who brought Onyu the towel. Since they were the only
What a nice guy.
people in the dorm at the time, it sounds like Onyu encountered a spirit that took on Minho's form. YG Entertainment. Blackpink are unfortunately no
Actually a good guy.
strangers to the paranormal stuff either. In 2019, Blackpink revealed that they knew about the scary things going on at the agency after they heard about it from other artists. Jisoo confessed that at one point, she suffered pretty bad nightmares about YG's rehearsal room and the building. As soon as Jisoo told about her
Oh, I had like nightmares or what's it called? Sleep paralysis. Basically, you like wake up in the middle of the night, you can't move except for I guess your eyes, and then it's like reality, like layered with your dream. So I would literally see my room, and I will see like this dark like figure coming towards me or whatever. But that's about it.
nightmares to the other members, Lisa started to experience the
I've only
same
had that,
thing
like,
as
once or
well.
twice, though.
Apparently, both Jisoo and Lisa saw a ghost in the same place, which was the closet in the practice room. Lisa also shared a story about how she was sleeping in her room
Bye-bye.
and suddenly heard someone banging on her closet. She was unable to move and suddenly heard someone or something laughing in her ear. When she finally woke up from sleep paralysis, it seemed like nothing even happened. When Jisoo was
Yeah, it was
practicing
probably
in
sleep
front of the mirror
paralysis.
in their walk-in closet, she saw a white hand stretched out from between the clothes. She got so terrified that she ran out of the room. A little later, after Jisoo saw the hand in the closet, Lisa returned to Korea back from Thailand. She shared with the girls that a psychic told her that their closet was haunted and to be careful about the spirit.
Holy chat.
Terrifyingly enough, this was before Jisoo told her about what she saw in the closet. The girls later revealed that they moved out of the haunted dorm and the paranormal things have thankfully stopped. JYP
I kind of want to like, you know, I just want to look behind me just to make sure. I've got my camera, but yeah.
Entertainment. It seems like JYP Entertainment is home to a couple of ghosts as well. In 2020, Dokwan from 2AM shared a story about the entity that seems to reside at the building. According to Dokwan, the ghost tends to stay at the practice rooms at JYP, and the label trainees and other artists are very familiar with the paranormal activity. Dokwan said, "There's a scary story that's come down from the first generation of JYP artists, including Rain, and there's a little ghost boy that roams the halls of JYP. The staircase to the basement of the building seems to be haunted too, but by something much more evil." Dokwan revealed
And
that
now
no
the
matter
building is
how
actually destroyed.
powerful they are, someone always falls down
They demolished it because it's so old.
that staircase. It happened to him as well, and Sunmi even had to call an ambulance for him. According to Dokwan, there was a trainee who could see ghosts coming into the company. One day, the trainee looked at the stairs to the basement and started laughing. When Dokwan later asked him what happened, the trainee revealed that there was a small boy who was sitting with his legs hanging over the edge. There's also a rumor going around that the location of the building used to be a cemetery, which could be the reason why a small ghost boy is always lingering around. WM Entertainment.
Graveyards
WM
are just weird,
Entertainment is
man.
home to the groups like Oh My Girl or B1A4 and a couple of
Wait, in the Philippines, some schools are graveyards before. Bro, what? That doesn't seem good. Why?
ghosts too. Yua from Oh My Girl revealed the scary
Why would you
things that
turn
happen
a
in the
graveyard into a
WM
school?
Entertainment building when the lights go dark. She even personally requested to appear in one of the episodes of Late Night Ghost Stories since something paranormal has happened to her and other idols too. According to them, the agency's building is haunted by a ghost of a little girl. As Yua said, B1A4 apparently saw the little girl as well. Yua said, "During our trainee days, Mimi was practicing in the practice room
Singers after
and
the
she said
war.
a hand came
Makes
out of
sense.
the door behind her. The door was closed. She was so shocked that she opened it, but no one was there." Much to everyone's surprise, Yua continued that even when the agency moved to a different location, the ghost followed them there as well. Almost every time the ghost would make itself known, it was in their practice room. Seunghee is another
Bro, there's one thing about ghosts like haunting an area, and another thing if it just follows you. That's
who
GG,
apparently
man.
saw a ghost of a small child. Apparently,
It's like it's
Seunghee
over.
saw it in the lobby and on the 3rd and 5th floor. Once Yua shared this story, netizens flocked to the comments to share their opinions. Some of them expressed that the reason why idols were seeing this ghost was because they were so tired and stressed. It could easily be a prank if it came from just one person.
That
but
could be
since
true.
numerous idols
Sometimes when I'm really tired, I just see stuff in like the sides of my eye, you know, in the corner of your eyes.
witnessed the same thing, it seems
And then you look and
pretty
it's like,
real.
oh, there's nothing there.
The things Mamamoo's Moonbyul once experienced might be the creepiest of them all, so be prepared to get goosebumps. It seems like the
Oh,
halls of
shit, this is
RBW
the best
are
one,
haunted
chat.
by a ghost of one
Get ready.
specific Mamamoo member. Once, Moonbyul shared a story of how she was alone at their dorms one night and she was laying on the top of their bunk beds. When she woke up in the middle of the night, she began to hear some strange noises. Since she was laying at the top, she realized that the noises were coming from below her and that
Holy
someone
shit, it's a
must be
zombie.
going through her drawers. When she peeked over the edge to see what was going on, she saw Hwasa eating her candy. Suddenly, Hwasa made her way up the ladder to climb up to where Moonbyul was laying. Moonbyul
She's gonna
shared
eat her.
She came up and slammed her hands down. Then she went back down to eating like nothing had even happened. Now, this would
Eh, she was just sleepwalking, man.
completely normal and kind of funny if Hwasa wasn't away that night. The next day, Moonbyul went to ask Hwasa if she returned back to the dorm for the night, but Hwasa was at her hometown at the time. Since
Oh.
Hwasa lives in Jeonju, it would be way too far for her to go back and forth in one night to steal Moonbyul's candy. Shockingly enough, Moonbyul isn't the only one who encountered the Hwasa ghost. Solar shared another
Holy shit.
story of how she was sleeping alone at the dorms while Hwasa was in Jeonju. When Solar turned around, she saw Hwasa standing without any clothes on. Could it be sleep paralysis or something trying to take Hwasa's form? Kakao Entertainment.
I don't know. I feel like this could be like publicity, like, oh, we got a ghost, man. She's a ghost, dude.
The most famous artist under Kakao Entertainment is definitely IU. She too had a scary encounter with a ghost. This story is an old one, all the way back from 2011, but it's just as creepy as if
I'll
it
read the
happened
message in a sec,
yesterday.
okay.
When IU appeared on the show Strongheart, she shocked everyone after talking about her paranormal experience. IU shared that she encountered a ghost on the day she recorded her song You and I. She started off by saying that since she got into a small argument with the song composer, they decided to put the recording session on hold for a while. She continued, "I saw that my manager headed into the recording booth, but when I checked, there was no one in there. He came out of a completely different room." The story doesn't end there though, because IU came across another entity while recording Good Day. It happened when she was sleeping at the dorms, and apparently the ghost would whisper "I love you" and blow air into her ear. IU then
I feel like these K-pop stars are just so tired and so exhausted from working like 20 hours a day They're probably
Added that she
hallucinating
saw the
this.
ghost in her dream later, and
Or something
apparently
like
he was
that, dude.
very handsome. IU then proceeded to
Oh.
tell another story where she saw a ghost. IU told everyone that she had a dream that one of her friends was walking towards her while laughing in a really high-pitched tone. Then she suddenly got a feeling that it wasn't a dream. IU said, "I opened my eyes and saw a girl sitting next to my bed. Her hair was disheveled and she wore baggy old clothes. She was looking down, but at that moment she lifted her head, and she was me." IU confessed that she was so terrified she told her CEO that she couldn't stand living there anymore. She was thankfully allowed to go live at home. MBK Entertainment. MBK Entertainment used to be the home to the legendary girl group Tiara. One member in particular,
Bro,
Dion,
imagine
once
seeing
came
yourself.
face to face with a ghost after she appeared on the horror episode of Come to Play in 2010. Dion shared that it happened the day before the group's debut, and she felt as if something was pressing down on her body while she was sleeping. She described the ghost as a skinny small child who had her arms around her knees while she was sitting on a clothing hanger. The child ghost was nodding her head, and Dion thought that the ghost looked like it was
Dude, the child ones are the worst.
trying to tell her something. Dion continued, "I tried my best to break out of the paralysis state, and when I finally did, I went over to Soyeon
Oh,
and
so
told
it was
her
sleep
about
paralysis
it.
then.
It could have easily been just a really scary sleep paralysis, but Soyeon told Jiyeon that she actually encountered the same ghost in the exact spot where Jiyeon saw it. The girls quickly moved to a different dorm after the paranormal experience, and no one knows if the ghost is still lingering there." That's it for today. Do you guys believe in ghosts?
Damn.
Let us know in the comments
These are kind of
below.
scary,
Thank you for
actually. Chat, do you believe in ghosts? I believe, like, I don't know, maybe when you die and then you kind of like become a ghost and you can sometimes visit this realm from their universe. I don't know, dude. Everything's a mystery, dude. I guess we'll find out when we'll die. Thank you for watching this video, and also thank you very much to all of my supporters over at Patreon. If you'd like to see these videos earlier, head on to Patreon. And if you want to see more videos, click the videos here and here for more videos from me.